Hey, this is Notser, and today we're taking a look at the Tier 10 Soviet battleship Kremlin. This ends up being one of the best games I've ever played, and certainly the best game I've ever played in the Kremlin. A huge comeback required, because the strat was just awful by my team. How could you screw up this hard is really the question you may ask once you see exactly what my team ends up doing collectively. Now, my build is on the screen. It is your typical tank build that you might expect. I don't get expert marksman, don't need to. It's a Kremlin, it has super fast turret traverse. I do pick up fire prevention and concealment. And then instead of getting another level 2 skill, I split it off and get preventative maintenance and expert loader. Honestly, I don't really care about expert loader. Preventative maintenance is something worth picking up though, because that allows me as a Soviet battleship to not have my guns knocked out quite as frequently as they tend to do when enemies want to stop you from killing them. Now, let's just take stock. It's about 3 minutes in. We lost a Minotaur to a broadside Montana, wiping him out at A point. That was great. The enemy captured B unopposed. We do have an aircraft carrier, but you would never know because they had no interest in spotting the enemy capturing B. C point was captured by us, but it's being contested by the enemy, and then the enemy finally captures A point. So we are at a clear disadvantage, both in capture, but also in kills, and I don't know that it's going to get any better. You know, we have 2 DDs, and honestly, they're not doing all that much in the way of giving us the best chance to do full damage. On the east side, the Grozovoi is doing a great job. The Harugamo, Harugamos are pretty selfish. They end up firing from range a lot of times. They're not playing as a DD necessarily. Not that that's the end of the world. If they can do their job well, it's okay. It's just that when you don't have a screen, when you don't have anyone interested in contesting objectives, it ends up costing you in the early game because you don't have any presence on the map. And that may snowball out of control. You know, your team might decide, well, this is a loss. I'm just going to retreat for no reason at all because you've already spent all your credits when you first lock in. So even if you die, you don't actually lose any money. So you might as well go out there and give it hell. Because if you don't, you're not going to get anything out of the game. You know? So the enemy has A, B, and C. I'm just trying to find any window where I can do some damage. And the Cine Des Moines might be a little too broadside. Just want to double check. Okay, let's verify, raise, lower, pixel perfect. All right. Of course. I angled just a little too harsh, and now I lost out on a chance to fire my front guns. And I am perfectly broadside to this Stalingrad. I did a quick check. You know, I was trying to hold him off from moving forward. Clearly, he moved forward after I did the quick check. So he gets a citadel because we're perfectly broadside. We do get 8k back, but this is not an ideal situation. So I'm going to sail forward and try and figure out a new strategy. Now my team's doing pretty good on the western side. They took out one of the DDs, a very big gain, I must say. Losing 2 cruisers sucks. Absolutely, it sucks. But losing 2 DDs, that's way worse. So I figure, you know what? The only DD that is on the map on the enemy team is in the east side. I could take advantage of this. I could rotate to the western side of the map, push into a lot of these enemies, tank a lot of damage, and dish a lot of damage out. I feel like this is probably the best way. Ooh, Friedrich der Grosse showing a lot of side. Take it. Oh, he's white too. Oh, 40,000 damage, 5 pins, a citadel. Yes! Instantly, 50% of his life gone. That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of damage I want to do. And honestly, it's the kind of damage we have to do because this is such a terrible situation to be in. But hey, we're still alive and we can still contribute. Now, this Montana aggressively moved forward. As I'm rounding the island, I figure I'll lead him in the direction of his retreat. We are using the legendary commander. We'll see if it actually is necessary in this game. It's a comeback game. Ooh, another citadel. Very nice. And just like that, we increased our damage output by like 70,000 with those 2 salvos. We needed these kills. We needed them to happen quick and painless because we are so behind on points. And the only way we fix the point situation is to actually sail towards a point. I know that might be a crazy concept for some. You might be playing the game and you see players who refuse to do anything of the sort. I am not one of them. Now, I was considering going A, which does look to be open. There is a Zao there. Enemy Baltimore is in the center, and we get 14,000 damage. You know, easy game, right? Russian bias. He rams the island. A good, solid Notser being pulled right in front of me. Slow down the ship as much as I can, and it's just like, dude, dun 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 dun. Yeah, sail forward. Let's see how this goes. And I was confused for half a second, like, why is the island icon there? Fire at the waterline. See you later, Baltimore. And we've already gotten 118,000. We started off the game pretty slow. I mean, basically in the last 3 minutes, we've done 100,000 damage. Not bad at all. But as quick as we are working through the enemy team, they are working through my team just as quick on the other flank. So I feel this urgency to move forward. The friendly Harugumo, as I highlighted earlier, he went back towards A point. He actually did a good job of killing the Shima, staying alive, and he is capturing this right now. Enemy Zao is in the center, and I would love to catch this guy out. There is a threat of torpedoes, though, and I do have to be aware of the enemy aircraft carrier, because the enemy aircraft carrier can do a ton of damage to an isolated ship, which I am. But if I use my priority sector appropriately, the Kremlin has pretty sick AA. And it'll be more than enough in most instances to deal with it. So as I'm moving forward, look at the enemy team. They are all collapsing, and they're going to rotate around and kill everyone at C point. I'm hoping to catch the Zao. Clearly the Zao doesn't want to be caught because he turns a sharp right into the island gap, and I might be dealing with torpedoes. So I cycle my view, C for cycle, to the forward guns, and I fire based on the aim, looking for some citadels. Okay, well, it looks like it hit the water, and the ones that did hit the Zao overpinned. So I missed my location slightly. This does cause me to be a little afraid because we lost the friendly DD, Harugumo. He never captured A. What? We didn't capture A, and we're losing ships. How are we going to win the game? At this point, no idea, but we got to work through it one ship at a time. So, fire at the Zao. 20,000 from a full angled Zao. I'm sure he's very upset. Oh, the Shima. Just what I didn't want to see, a Shimakaze coming around the corner. I got to finish the Zao off. This is the best opportunity to finish him off, but I do have to angle for the Shima. He is a real threat, clearly. Teammates are firing on the Zao, trying to finish him off. They miss out. I fire all guns. Probably overkill. But we do get the kill. And just as we get the kill, we lose a teammate. The enemy team still has a clear point advantage. I'm over here desperately hoping that the Shima misses hard on the torpedoes. Speaking of the torpedoes, we see the first set. I slow down, hoping that I don't hit the nose. Looks like we somehow, someway, safely fit right in between. And I swear the Shima was pulling a Notser hard into the island. I don't have anything to spot. I'm just helpless here, hoping that he doesn't have any more torpedoes. The enemy aircraft carrier did disrupt my ability to capture. But I figure I'm going to transition over to the north side of B, position myself so I have a broadside on this Conqueror and possibly the Des Moines, and capture it from behind, forcing the enemy aircraft carrier to come around and attempt to try and take me out. And up here's the second set. It looks like we're going to be able to clear all but one torpedo, which, given the circumstances, I'm okay with that. And whoop, the Burgon just blapped out of existence the Conqueror. Perfect broadside. Great job, Burgon. What is the Yoshino doing? He moved too quickly through A. He actually outran the capture, and now he backed up into it. We have to capture these bases. We cannot afford to not capture these bases. The friendly Burgon, he's probably gone because there's too many enemies on that flank. But it does look like he did end up baiting out the Des Moines, and I lead the Des Moines with my front guns at the waterline. Oh, are you kidding me? 3 seconds left. 2 seconds left. Capture the base. Friendly Haku does a bro play right there. Takes out the Des Moines before he can fire. We successfully captured B. And now, it's 3 versus 3. We're only down by 800 points. You know, we can do this, right? Right? I don't believe we can do this. I'm just hoping that I'll be given a chance to try and do something. I do a quick check to verify that my AA gun mounts are still healthy, and oh! Enemy Shima, a little aggressive. Friendly aircraft carrier spots the Shima. I'm going to rotate my guns. 30-second turret traverse. It's great. Oh, friendly Yoshino gets a nice broadside. He also successfully captures A point, by the way. And all I got to do is kill this guy and avoid the inevitable torpedo, right? Only took 2 salvos. Didn't need the third. We get the kill. That's our 4th kill of the game. 185,000 damage done. We've earned Confederate, and I would love to be able to avoid pulling a Notser here because I got to move. We have to try and win the game. The enemy could easily just run away, and there would be no hope for us. So, obviously, stayed off that island. I was so thankful for that. Keep my AA focused on the enemy. I'm trying to rush through for that gap. This is a slight mistake by me. Whoa, that was close. Never mind. It ended up being only 1 torpedo. Worked out. But I needed to switch my priority sector to the weak side. Instead, I kept it on the strong side, which eventually the Audacious flies over. But I do miss out on eliminating the Audacious. He does knock out my engine, which I repair, and now I'm in position. This enemy Stalingrad has been pretty annoying the whole game. He's been in a great position to do long-range fire, and of course he's in position once again. I would love to try and punish him. He does have an island though, and he is going to of course take 1 little shot. I'm trying to get a little shot in on him. We get 1 penetration for about 5,000 damage. Okay, that's cool. But we are capturing C point. The enemy team is no longer gaining points. But quite frankly, they don't have to. All they would need to do is run away and they would win this game because we are this far behind. But I am capturing. Enemy aircraft carrier is here. I know he's going to try and interrupt me. I need to have my AA set up and ready to go. The friendly Yoshino barely alive. It's not looking good, but look at the Stalingrad. I think the Stalingrad is overestimating his position because he is sailing forward aggressively into a perfect broadside from me. And he has too much armor. This is going to all stick. Yeah. Wipe him out completely before he takes out the Yoshino in either a ram kill or a gun kill. The enemy aircraft carrier is still desperately trying to disrupt my ability to capture. But we've got 40 seconds to go. We honestly, if there's not another enemy aircraft squadron on approach, we should be able to capture this. Now, the enemy aircraft carrier's last known position was in the southeast. I don't know for sure he's there because he hasn't been spotted, but seeing his torpedo and seeing his attack rockets return to the east side of the map, it's pretty much cut and dry. He's over there. And yeah, sure enough, he is. I'm hoping. We've got 14 seconds left. The Audacious is trying to torpedo and disrupt. I am just desperately trying to capture this base and also fire on cooldown. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Please capture this base. We do capture it just before the torps hit. Get a nice little broadside. Not the best broadside, but not the worst. And we're still wiping out a ton of enemy aircraft. We've shot down 44 so far. We've killed 5 ships. We've done 218,000 damage. And we're still alive, pretty healthy. We still have another heal. I still have another damage control. We can win this game. This is easy. All the enemy aircraft carrier can do is run, and all my friendly aircraft carrier has to do is keep him spotted. As long as he's spotted, he's dead. Another approach from the enemy aircraft carrier. His attack rocket squadron's trying, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think. Is this going to be the kill shot? Is this going to be the 6th and final kill? Are we going to win the game off this shot? No, a little tease there. I was so ready to explode, and yet I couldn't. We'll try it again. We've got 8 seconds left. Friendly aircraft carrier does successfully drop the Audacious, and the friendly Yoshino is firing on him, but oh, perfect. 1500. This is easily a kill and a victory. And boy, did that start out real bad. I don't know what the strat was from my team, DDs, cruisers, battleships. There was a couple that did an awesome job, but most of my team, they just chose poorly. You know, give the enemy objectives, give everything to them. We got 6 kills, 52 aircraft shot down, 3,575 base XP. The Haku did a great job too, that Bagon as well. We had a couple people that really wanted to win the game, but the initial start was real bad, and I can't believe we won it. I'm so happy that we won it this way. Monster game from the Kremlin, but the Kremlin can do this in the right hands with the right build. The ship is a monster. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to check out more of my content, you can click the most recent and the most relevant uploads. You can also subscribe to my channel. We do daily World of Warship videos, first impression, how to review news related. My North American recruiter invite is on the screen. I stream at twitch.tv/Notser. Thank you, have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time.